Hello students, let us continue chapter 5, Understanding Elementary Shapes. In the last video, I have explained about different types of triangles. Triangles on the basis of their sides and angles. Today you are going to learn about quadrilaterals. What are quadrilaterals? A quadrilateral is a polygon which has 4 sides. Then what do you mean by a polygon? Polygon are the closed figures which are made up of line segment, and the simplest polygon is a triangle. A triangle is the simplest polygon. And a quadrilateral is a polygon which has 4 sides. You know, triangle has only 3 sides. So it is considered as the simplest polygon, and a quadrilateral has 4 sides. Now we are going to learn about the properties of the quadrilateral. Let us consider the quadrilateral ABCD. Here you know it has 4 sides. Which are the sides here? Line segment AB, line segment BC, line segment CD, and line segment AD. So a quadrilateral has 4 sides. Now it has 4 vertices. What do you mean by vertices? Vertices is the plural of vertex. And a vertex is the point that joins 2 sides. Here AD and AB are 2 adjacent sides. Both the sides AB and AD meet at the point A. So A is called the vertex. So a quadrilateral has 4 vertices. Vertices is the plural. Which are the vertices here? A, B, C and D are the 4 vertices of this quadrilateral. And also it has 4 angles. Which are the angles? Angle, you know, we can name in 2 different ways, either by using 3 letters or with a single letter. I have taken with the 3 letters. Here angle DAB. That is one angle. Second one angle ABC. And third angle BCD. And the fourth angle is angle CDA. So a quadrilateral has 4 angles. Here, if we are using single letter, we can name it as angle A, angle B, angle C, and angle D. Now, it has 2 diagonals. What is the meaning of diagonal? Diagonal is the line segment that joins the opposite angles. Here, you know, there are 4 angles, angle A, angle B, angle C, and angle D. Which are the opposite angles? Angle A and angle C are a pair of opposite angles, angle A and angle C. Similarly, angle B and angle D forms another pair of opposite angles. And if we join these opposite angles, that is angle A and angle C, we will get a line segment. This line segment is called the diagonal. A diagonal is the line segment that joins the opposite angles. Here AC is one diagonal. Same way, if we join B and D, we will get the diagonal BD. So these are the properties of the quadrilateral. A quadrilateral has 4 vertices. It has 4 sides, 4 angles, and 2 diagonals. Now we are going to learn about different types of quadrilateral. First, a rectangle. And if we place a pair of 30, 60, 90 set squares, we will get a figure like this. We will get a shape like this, and it is the shape of the rectangle. And this is the figure given in your textbook, the rectangle made by placing set square. Here we have used 30, 60, 90 set square, and you know there are 2 set squares in your geometry box. One is 30 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree, and the other one is 45 degree, 45 degree and 90 degree. And if we place a pair means 2. If we place 2, 30 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree set square, we can get a rectangle. And it is the drawn figure of the rectangle without using the set square. Here you can see the opposite sides are parallel and the opposite sides are equal. What are opposite sides? See, AB and CD. That is a pair of opposite sides, AB and CD. Same way, AD and BC is another pair of opposite sides. In a quadrilateral, there are 2 pairs of opposite sides. Here it is AB and CD, And second pair is AD and BC. So opposite sides are parallel. You know about parallel lines? Parallel lines are the lines, they never meet each other and the distance between the lines remains same everywhere. Such lines are called parallel lines. And opposite sides are parallel in a rectangle, and also the measure of the opposite sides are equal. Here AB is equal to CD. Same way AD will be equal to BC. Then all angles are equal and of 90 degree. Angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D are equal and each of these angle measures 90 degree. The diagonals are equal. Here diagonals you know AC and BD are the diagonals. AC is equal to BD. Okay, you have to learn the properties of all these quadrilaterals. The diagram you have to write them in the notebook also. So opposite sides are parallel, opposite sides are equal, angles are equal and they are of 90 degree and diagonals are equal. Now we will see the next quadrilateral, that is a square. If we place a pair of 45 degree and 90 degree squares, we will get the figure of a square. For rectangle, we use a 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree squares. Here we have to use 45 degree and a 90 degree two set squares. And it is the drawn figure. Here see, all sides are equal. In a square, all sides are equal. Opposite sides are parallel. Angles are equal and of 90 degree. Diagonals are equal. See what is the difference in the square and rectangle? Only one point of difference is there. In a rectangle, only opposite sides are equal. But in a square, all sides are equal. All four sides are equal. Now we will consider the next quadrilateral, that is a parallelogram. If we place a pair of 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degrees square are shown here, we will get a parallelogram. And this is the figure I have drawn. In a parallelogram, the opposite sides are parallel, as in case of rectangle. Opposite sides are equal. This is also the same property of the rectangle. The opposite angles are equal. In square and rectangle, all four angles are equal and of 90 degree. But in a parallelogram, only the opposite angles are equal. That means angle A is equal to angle C and angle B is equal to angle D. Angle A will not be equal to angle B. Okay, now we will consider the next quadrilateral, that is a rhombus. If we use 4, 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degrees square, we will get a shape like this, and it is the shape of the rhombus. See the figure here. All sides are equal, as in case of square. Opposite sides are parallel. That is a common property for square, rectangle, parallelogram, and now rhombus also. Opposite angles are equal, as in case of the parallelogram, and the diagonals are not equal, but they are perpendicular to each other. Here in a rhombus, the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. The same properties there in square also, even though it is not shown. Now, trapezium. If we use several set squares and place them in this way, we will get a trapezium. This is the figure of a trapezium. In a trapezium, a pair of opposite sides is parallel. See, in all other previous quadrilaterals you have learned like rectangle, square, rhombus and parallelogram, both the pair of opposite sides were equal. But in a trapezium, only one pair of opposite side is parallel. See here, AB and CD are parallel sides. And AD is not parallel to BC. Which are the parallel sides here? AB and CD. But AD is not parallel to BC. And opposite sides are not equal. That is clearly seen from the figure. See, AB is a shorter side and CD is a longer side. So opposite sides are not equal. Opposite angles are not equal. Diagonals are not equal. So trapezium has totally different properties than the previous quadrilaterals I explained. Here only one pair of opposite side is parallel. Opposite sides are not equal, opposite angles are not equal, diagonals are not equal. Now we will discuss the questions given in the exercise. See, very simple ones only. Question is to say true or false. Each angle of a rectangle is right angle. Yes, correct. In rectangle and square, each angle is a 90-degree and right angle. Second question, the opposite sides of a rectangle are equal in length. Yes, correct. It's true. The diagonals of the square are perpendicular to each other. This is the property I have not mentioned in the slide, but for rhombus and a square, the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. So it is also true. All sides of the rhombus are equal and true. In square and a rhombus, all sides are equal. All sides of the parallelogram are of equal length. No, in parallelogram and rectangle, only opposite sides are equal. So that is false. The opposite sides of a trapezium are parallel. No, in trapezium, two pairs of opposite sides are there. In that only one pair is parallel, not both the pairs. Only one pair of opposite sides are parallel. This also we have to consider as false only. Here is given opposite sides. Not both the pairs of opposite sides, only one pair of opposite sides. So we have to write it as no. Now second question is some give reason. Give reason. A square can be thought of as a special rectangle. And in rectangle and square, all the properties are equal. Same. Only one difference is there. In rectangle, only opposite sides are equal. In square, all four sides are equal. So it can be, the square can be considered as a special rectangle. See, in a rectangle, only opposite sides are equal, but in a square, all four sides are equal. And all other properties are same in both the square and rectangle. So a square can be considered as a special rectangle. Second question, rectangle can be thought of as a special parallelogram. Rectangle and parallelogram, most of the properties are same. And parallelogram, opposite angles only equal. But in rectangle, all angles are equal and a 90 degree. So a parallelogram having each angle 90 degree can make a rectangle, right? So a rectangle can be thought of as a special parallelogram. Next question, a square can be thought of as a special rhombus. Square and rhombus, just to compare the properties, only one point of difference. In square, all angles are 90 degree and they are equal. And in rhombus, only opposite angles are equal and it is not needed to be 90 degree. A rhombus with each angle 90 degree can make a square. If in a rhombus, if all angles are 90 degree, then it can make a square. Okay, next question. Squares, rectangle, parallelograms are all quadrilaterals. It is clear because they have four sides. There are four sides in square, rectangle, and parallelogram. So they are called quadrilaterals. They are four-sided polygons. See, squares, rectangle, parallelograms are all quadrilateral because they all are four-sided polygons. Square is also a parallelogram. In a square, the opposite sides are equal, but parallel like a parallelogram. The opposite angles are also equal in both. So square is also called a parallelogram. Now the third question, a figure is said to be regular if its sides are equal in length and the angles are equal in measure. Can you identify the regular quadrilateral? Here you have to name the quadrilateral in which all the four sides are equal and all the four angles are equal. Any shapes, any figure is said to be regular if its all sides and all angles are equal. And you have learned about now square, rectangle, parallelogram, rhombus and trapezium. That only one quadrilateral has equal sides and equal angles, that is square. So a square is a regular quadrilateral. Okay children, this exercise completed and the next video I'll explain the remaining portion.